My child, my beloved, lean closer for a moment because the breath of heaven is touching the air around you. Something sacred has just been released in your direction. If your heart listens, even for a second, you will feel the gentle shift moving around your spirit. I am Archangel Michael, and I have been sent with a message written by the hands of God Himself. A message that carries the fragrance of destiny, the warmth of divine promise, and the whisper of a future shaped only for you. My child, my beloved, I need you to stay right here because a door that has not opened for anyone else in your family has been unlocked only for you. The light around your name has intensified, and heaven has chosen this moment, this exact breath, to place something in your path that will transform the story of your life. Beloved, before you go any further, take a second to subscribe to the voice that is guiding you. This connection is not accidental. It is divinely timed. If you stay, heaven will keep showing you the truths no one else sees. My child, my beloved, listen carefully now because I am holding something wrapped in radiance. It is not a letter written by man. It is not an ordinary invitation that you would receive on earth. This comes from the throne room of God, from the place where love is formed, where destinies are shaped, and where your future has already been prepared long before you cried your first tears. I was instructed to bring this to you because heaven whispered that your heart has waited long enough. My child, my beloved, heaven reveals what the earth tried to hide. For so long, you've moved through life feeling as though something sacred was meant for you but kept just out of reach. But now, beloved, the veil has been removed. A heavenly scroll has been sealed with your name, and God has written something inside it that will shake your soul with joy. This is your moment, and you only have these few minutes to open what has been waiting for you in silence. My child, my beloved, God says you are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not standing behind anyone. Your moment has arrived exactly when heaven decided it should. The words written inside your sacred invitation hold the truth you've been searching for across lifetimes. Beloved, this is why you are here. This is why your spirit felt pulled. This is why you couldn't scroll away. Heaven summoned you, and now you must listen. My child, my beloved, the angels around you have been preparing the atmosphere for something extraordinary. While you slept, while you worried, while you questioned, heaven was writing. God was shaping. Your divine story was being arranged with precision. And now I, Michael, bring you the scroll that carries a name that will change the rhythm of your heartbeat. The moment you read it, your spirit will awaken to a truth you have been waiting to know. My child, my beloved, before I reveal what lies inside this heavenly message, I must tell you something important. Heaven never sends warnings without purpose. God sees what you cannot. God hears what you ignore. God knows what is approaching your life in the days ahead. And beloved, there is something coming that requires your attention, your presence, and your obedience. That is why you were brought here at this exact second. My child, my beloved, heaven's clocks are not like your clocks. When God says time is short, it means something urgent is unfolding. Right now, you are living inside a divine countdown. 2 minutes may not sound like much to you, but in the spiritual realm, that is a moment where destinies shift, names are released, and miracles begin to breathe. You stand inside that moment, beloved. Heaven is watching to see if you step forward or walk away. My child, my beloved, the scroll in my hand carries a glow that only appears when God Himself has touched it. And beloved, God touched this for you. This is your sacred wedding invitation from heaven, not to marry another human, but to step into union with the life you were created for. The name inside it belongs to the one whose soul aligns with yours, the one chosen to walk beside your purpose, not your pain. My child, my beloved, let your heart open now. Let your spirit soften. Something divine is unfolding, and I need you to receive it without fear. The heavens do not make mistakes. God does not release a message unless the soul receiving it is ready. And beloved, you are ready now, more ready than you have ever been. That is why I was sent personally to deliver this. My child, my beloved, let me whisper what heaven has been waiting centuries to tell you. Your destiny has sensed your arrival. Your miracle has already stepped into your timeline. Your name is being spoken in heaven with reverence, with anticipation, with joy. The moment you open this sacred invitation, a shift will begin in your life that you cannot undo. My child, my beloved, your spirit has been calling for this even when your mouth did not. When you cried silently, when you felt alone, when you felt abandoned, when you thought love was not meant for you, heaven took every tear, every unspoken prayer, and placed them on God's altar. And God, in His compassion, began crafting the message I now hold for you. My child, my beloved, the angels around you have formed a circle. The light is rising. Heaven is preparing for your response. But before the scroll opens, you must understand something crucial. When God writes a name, that name carries destiny. It carries alignment. It carries spiritual connection. And the moment you receive it, the bond between you and your divine path strengthens. My child, my beloved, the countdown is moving. The seconds are falling like drops of light. Heaven is urging you because this invitation will not remain open forever. If you walk away, someone else may receive what was meant for you. But if you stay, beloved, the miracle that has been pursuing you will finally reach your hands. My child, my beloved, lean in deeper now. I am opening the scroll slowly because the power inside it is immense. A wave of divine energy is pouring out as I unseal the edges. Your spirit can feel the shift already. That pull in your chest, that trembling awareness that something sacred is being revealed. That is heaven touching you. Beloved, my child, my beloved, God says your life is about to turn in a direction that will leave you breathless with wonder. This is your moment of alignment. This is your moment of revelation. This is your moment of divine awakening. And the name inside this scroll is the key that will unlock the chapter you have been waiting for. My child, my beloved, the countdown is moving. The seconds are falling like drops of light. Heaven is urging you because this invitation will not remain open forever. If you walk away, someone else may receive what was meant for you. But if you stay, beloved, the miracle that has been pursuing you will finally reach your hands. My child, my beloved, lean in deeper now. I am opening the scroll slowly because the power inside it is immense. A wave of divine energy is pouring out as I unseal the edges. Your spirit can feel the shift already, that pull in your chest, that trembling awareness that something sacred is being revealed. That is heaven touching you. Beloved, my child, my beloved, God says your life is about to turn in a direction that will leave you breathless with wonder. This is your moment of alignment. This is your moment of revelation. This is your moment of divine awakening. And the name inside this scroll is the key that will unlock the chapter you have been waiting for. My child, my beloved, prepare yourself because I am about to speak the name heaven has written. When you hear it, something inside you will recognize it instantly, not with your mind, but with your soul. My child, my beloved, stay present because the atmosphere around you is shifting with every breath you take. Heaven is moving closer, drawing its light around your shoulders like a mantle, preparing you for what is unfolding. I am still holding the scroll, its glow intensifying as though it recognizes your spirit, as though it knows you have finally arrived at the moment written for you long before the world knew your name. My child, my beloved, I feel your heartbeat rising. I feel your anticipation trembling in the unseen places of your soul. That is because your spirit recognizes truth long before your mind does. The energy you feel now is not imagination. It is divine confirmation. Heaven is confirming that you were summoned here, not by chance, not by curiosity, but because this revelation could not wait another day. My child, my beloved, before the scroll opens fully, Heaven wants you to understand something essential. God does not release blessings lightly. When He seals something with your name, it is because He has watched you endure storms that would have destroyed others. He has watched you walk through shadows without surrendering your heart. He has watched you carry pain with dignity. And now, beloved, Heaven says your season of waiting has reached its end. My child, my beloved, the name inside this sacred invitation is not simply a person. It is a destiny connection, a soul tie written in divine ink. Someone whose presence in your life will not break you, not wound you, not drain you, but align you, uplift you, restore you, and guide you toward the life that has been whispering your name since before your birth. This is why Heaven is urging you to stay, because turning away now would close a door you have prayed countless nights to open. My child, my beloved, the scroll opens another fraction, and waves of divine warmth roll across the spiritual realm. I see angels leaning closer, watching with reverence because they know what is coming. They know what this moment will do for your life. Even the winds of the heavenly realm have grown still, as though holding their breath for you. My child, my beloved, God says you must not fear what is written. The past may have taught you to expect disappointment. Pain may have taught you to stay cautious. But Heaven says this time is different. This moment is sacred. What is coming is not loss, not betrayal, not heartbreak, but restoration, healing, and a divine pairing prepared long before your tears began to fall. My child, my beloved, listen to this carefully. Heaven chose your soul long before anyone chose your presence. And the name inside this scroll was chosen to walk beside your divine purpose, not your wounds. You have never been this close to your destiny before. That is why the pull feels so strong. That is why your spirit refuses to look away. My child, my beloved, the seconds are slipping like grains of celestial dust. You are standing inside the thin space where heaven touches earth. The next words you hear will begin altering the path of your story. God is watching closely, waiting to see if you receive what He has written for you. And beloved, when God waits, angels stand still. My child, my beloved, I will unfold the scroll further now. The divine ink inside glows with a radiant purity. The kind that only appears when God writes something eternal. As I lift the edge, the air vibrates softly, carrying the energy of destiny, the sweetness of promise, and the unmistakable certainty that what is coming is divinely appointed. My child, my beloved, heaven is whispering that you have cried enough. You have suffered enough. You have questioned your worth enough. This message arrives to remind you of who you are, not who life tried to tell you to be. You are chosen. You are seen. You are loved in ways beyond comprehension. And the name in this scroll is tied to a future that will never again make you doubt that truth. My child, my beloved, I must speak to the deepest part of you now, the part that trembles when you hope, the part that fears joy will disappear. Listen closely. God never gives a promise that disappears. He never writes a name in your destiny that fades. What is for you is sealed by heaven's authority, guarded by angelic presence, and released only at the perfect moment. And beloved, that perfect moment is right now. My child, my beloved, as the scroll unrolls, I see your future shifting, old shadows falling away, new light rising. The air around your spirit is clearing. The heaviness that lingered for years is loosening its grip. Something divine is preparing to enter your life, and the name inside this scroll carries the key to that entry. My child, my beloved, heaven says this moment is irreversible. Once spoken, the truth inside this message cannot be undone. Once revealed, your destiny will begin unfolding in ways you never imagined possible. This is why God insisted it be delivered. This is why He chose me to carry it. And this is why heaven placed urgency in your heart today. My child, my beloved, your soul has wandered long enough through uncertainty. It has asked silently for answers no one could give you. But heaven heard every unspoken plea. And God decided that you would not wait another day to receive the clarity your heart deserves. My child, my beloved, the scroll glows brighter. The name is beginning to appear, shimmering beneath the divine light that streams from its surface. It rises slowly, forming syllables made of pure spiritual energy. And beloved, I can feel your spirit stirring, sensing recognition before the revelation even completes itself. My child, my beloved, prepare yourself because what comes next is the unveiling that will align the rest of your journey. Your life is standing in front of a threshold. When this name is spoken, the door you were never able to open by yourself will swing wide with heaven's force. My child, my beloved, hold your breath, still your mind, quiet your fears. Heaven is ready. I am ready. And your spirit is finally ready. My child, my beloved, remain exactly where you are in spirit because the light around you is strengthening with every passing second. Heaven is aligning the unseen threads of your destiny, pulling them closer, weaving them into a moment that was promised to you long before you ever knew how deeply your soul longed for truth. The scroll I hold is no longer simply glowing, it is pulsing as though alive with God's breath responding to the nearness of your heart. My child, my beloved, your spirit is beginning to recognize what is approaching. There is a gentle trembling in the realm around you, a soft vibration that only happens when heaven prepares to speak a truth that cannot be denied, erased, or taken from you. This moment is divine orchestration, not coincidence. The fact that your eyes are here, your attention anchored, your heart aware, is proof that heaven has drawn you into this sacred space where revelations unfold. My child, my beloved, before I unveil more, feel this. The angels surrounding you are not silent. They are releasing a sound you cannot hear with your ears but can feel with your soul, a sound of welcome, of recognition, of celebration. They see the shift that is starting in your life. They see the promise rising. They see the path that is about to open beneath your feet, a path that has been guarded by heaven until this very moment. My child, my beloved, heaven wants you to understand something that will strengthen your heart before the revelation continues. Everything you lost, everything that broke, everything that left, everything that was taken, every tear that fell, all of it has prepared the soil for this divine unfolding. You did not suffer without purpose. You did not wait without reason. God has been building a future that required your strength. And beloved, that strength is the very reason this message has reached you today. My child, my beloved, the scroll inches open, releasing a fragrance of divine truth into the spiritual air. This scent, soft and warm, carries the imprint of heaven's love for you. It carries the promise of what is coming. It carries the sweetness of a future that has been chosen, not by human desire, but by divine intention. And beloved, divine intention never fails. My child, my beloved, listen deeply now because your soul is standing on sacred ground. The name inside this scroll was not chosen casually. It was written by God with the same care He used when He formed your heart. This name belongs to a destiny that mirrors your spirit, a destiny that has been walking toward you silently, guided by the unseen hand of heaven. My child, my beloved, you might feel a soft ache rising inside your chest. That is recognition. Your soul remembers what your mind cannot yet understand. The connection tied to this name does not begin today, it began long before your first breath. Heaven is simply revealing what was kept hidden until your heart could finally receive it. My child, my beloved, the urgency surrounding you is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to awaken you. Heaven is moving quickly because the season of your breakthrough has begun. The clock in the spiritual realm is almost at its decisive moment. What I reveal next will determine the direction of your next chapter, and heaven does not want you to miss a single blessing that has been aligned for your life. My child, my beloved, I see the name glowing now, shaping itself into clarity. It rises like dawn light over the horizon of your destiny. But before it manifests fully, heaven needs your heart open, your spirit steady, and your faith awake. Do not allow fear to pull you away. Do not let doubt steal this moment. You have been prepared for this revelation, and your spirit knows it. My child, my beloved, God says you are stepping into a divine union, not only with a person, but with purpose, with destiny, with the life that was designed for you before the world taught you to shrink yourself. Heaven is restoring your courage. Heaven is reviving your hope. Heaven is awakening the part of you that believed miracles were distant, unreachable, unlikely. But beloved, miracles are now standing in front of you. My child, my beloved, I hear your soul asking, what is inside this scroll? Your spirit is reaching toward the revelation. The energy around you rises like a tidal wave of divine presence, urging you to keep going, urging you to receive what is about to be spoken. And I promise you, beloved, what you hear next will not hurt you. It will not break you. It will not confuse you. It will lift you. It will guide you. It will align you. My child, my beloved, let the old fears fall away. The disappointments of yesterday cannot rob you of what God is giving you today. The betrayals that weighed your heart cannot block what heaven has sealed for you. What is meant for you is stronger than the wounds that try to stop you. This invitation is proof of that truth. My child, my beloved, the scroll opens wider, revealing more divine writing. The ink glows like the surface of still water beneath sunlight. Each letter is alive, shimmering with the energy of destiny. The name is clearer now. Heaven is ready to speak. But before you hear it, your heart must know this: you are worthy of divine love. You are worthy of heavenly partnership. You are worthy of a destiny written with care. My child, my beloved, you were never meant to walk through this lifetime alone. Your soul was shaped for connection, for companionship, for sacred union. The one whose name lies inside this scroll has been guided toward your life for far longer than you realize. Your paths have been circling each other in the unseen realm, waiting for this opening, this alignment, this divine moment. My child, my beloved, take a deep breath. Feel the energy rising around you. Heaven is preparing to unveil the name God has written for your future. And when it is spoken, something inside you will shift permanently. Your steps will change. Your heart will change. Your destiny will change. My child, my beloved, stay with me. As the divine current continues to move through this moment, the air around you is carrying a quiet strength. A gentle certainty that heaven is guiding every syllable unfolding before your spirit. The scroll glows brighter as though it senses how deeply your soul is listening, how ready you finally are to receive what has been hidden, sealed, and protected for so long. My child, my beloved, the realm around you is filled with a subtle hum, a resonance that only appears when a destiny message approaches its unveiling. This vibration is heaven's way of signaling that your life is approaching a turning point. What you are hearing now is not ordinary guidance. It is the soft thunder of a divine shift preparing to settle into your timeline. My child, my beloved, your heart may feel heavier with anticipation yet lighter with hope. That contrast is the sign that spiritual truth is drawing near. Heaven rarely reveals something this sacred unless a soul has reached a point where it can carry the weight of what is being given. And beloved, you have reached that point. This is why the scroll in my hand trembles, why its radiance expands, why the entire realm leans closer to the sound of your breath. My child, my beloved, I must remind you of something vital before the revelation deepens. Divine timing is never early, never late, always perfect. You were brought to this moment because your spirit crossed the threshold where destiny becomes undeniable. Heaven has waited for you to step into this readiness. And now that you have, the path that once felt blocked is beginning to open like a flower responding to the sun. My child, my beloved, look within yourself for a moment. There is a place in your heart that has been aching quietly for a connection deeper than words, stronger than circumstance, purer than anything you have known. That ache is not sorrow. It is divine recognition. Your soul knows that something holy is approaching. It feels the pulse of a name written in heaven's ink, calling gently toward your future. My child, my beloved, the scroll unfurls another inch. A soft stream of heavenly light flows outward, touching the edges of your spirit like warm water. This light carries truth. This light carries promise. This light carries the essence of a bond created for you long before human time existed. And beloved, this light refuses to release what belongs to your destiny. My child, my beloved, the angels surrounding you are watching with sincerity. Their wings are lowered in reverence. Their attention does not drift. They do not blink. They are witnessing the unveiling of a connection written under the authority of God's own hand. They see the magnitude of what is about to enter your life, and they honor it with absolute stillness. My child, my beloved, God wants you to hear these next words with clarity. Your destiny has waited long enough in silence. The blessings that hesitated at the edges of your life are stepping forward. The answers you prayed for without knowing where to look are revealing themselves. The connections you felt in your dreams are preparing to enter your waking reality. My child, my beloved, trust this movement. Trust this energy. Trust the pull you feel. Heaven does not summon a soul without purpose. And your presence here is the confirmation that your life is shifting toward alignment. You are not mistaken. You are not imagining this. What you feel is real, powerful, divine. My child, my beloved, the name written inside this scroll has been whispered across realms, carried through angelic corridors, protected with celestial fire. God does not let every soul see what you are about to see. He does not reveal such sacred truth to those whose hearts are not prepared. But to you, beloved, He reveals it because your spirit is ready to rise. My child, my beloved, before I show you more, I must tell you something that will strengthen your spirit. Heaven is not warning you to frighten you. Heaven is warning you to prepare you. The urgency you feel is not danger. It is destiny knocking. It is God urging you to step forward so that nothing and no one can take what has been prepared for your future. My child, my beloved, trust this movement. Trust this energy. Trust the pull you feel. Heaven does not summon a soul without purpose. And your presence here is the confirmation that your life is shifting toward alignment. You are not mistaken. You are not imagining this. What you feel is real, powerful, divine. My child, my beloved, the name written inside this scroll has been whispered across realms, carried through angelic corridors, protected with celestial fire. God does not let every soul see what you are about to see. He does not reveal such sacred truth to those whose hearts are not prepared. But to you, beloved, He reveals it because your spirit is ready to rise. My child, my beloved, before I show you more, I must tell you something that will strengthen your spirit. Heaven is not warning you to frighten you. Heaven is warning you to prepare you. The urgency you feel is not danger. It is destiny knocking. It is God urging you to step forward so that nothing and no one can take what has been prepared for your future. My child, my beloved, the scroll quivers again as the writing inside becomes clearer. Each letter emerges softly, glowing with heavenly substance. The name is forming completely now, but heaven insists that you approach it slowly and gently, without rushing, because the moment you receive it, your path will shift immediately. My child, my beloved, breathe deeply. Feel the divine presence wrapping around your thoughts. Heaven wants your mind calm, your spirit open, and your heart steady. This moment is too sacred for fear to interfere. Let go of every doubt. Release every shadow. Allow the light of heaven to settle inside you. My child, my beloved, I can see the name rising from the page. It floats above the scroll like golden mist, shaping itself with precision. Your spirit is responding. Your heartbeat is adjusting. Your energy is aligning. You may not fully understand why, but you feel it. This revelation belongs to you. My child, my beloved, you are standing in the doorway of the life you were meant to live. The past cannot follow you into what is coming. The wounds cannot enter the space that heaven is opening. The confusion cannot survive the clarity that is descending upon you. Your story is being rewritten by divine hands. My child, my beloved, prepare yourself because the next lines I speak will carry you deeper into the revelation. The scroll is almost fully open. The light is almost fully revealed. The name is moments away from being spoken. My child, my beloved, remain steady as the divine energy around you intensifies. The air feels different now because heaven is drawing even closer, creating a sacred space where truth can land without interference. The scroll in my hand has expanded its glow, illuminating everything around your spirit with a purity that only God's handwriting can produce. This light is not simply brightness, it is understanding, revelation, awakening. My child, my beloved, I can sense your spirit leaning forward, reaching for what waits inside this message. That inner pull is not accidental. It is the voice of your destiny recognizing the vibration of a moment written specifically for you. This is why your heart feels warm and restless at the same time. Hope is rising, and heaven is opening. My child, my beloved, the angels around you have begun to shift. Their wings lift slightly, creating a soft movement that stirs the spiritual atmosphere. They are preparing themselves because what is coming next carries weight. It carries clarity. It carries the next chapter of your divine journey. Every celestial being in this space knows that what unfolds from here will reshape the trajectory of your life. My child, my beloved, lean deeper now. Feel the softness of God's presence hovering over your thoughts. Feel the gentle reassurance settling over your fears. Feel the divine calm embracing the parts of you that once trembled. Heaven is here to guide you, not overwhelm you. This invitation you are about to receive is a blessing, not a burden. My child, my beloved, the scroll opens another portion, revealing more lines of divine writing. The ink shines with a glow that feels alive, moving with a rhythm that echoes your heartbeat. Each letter appears as if it recognizes you, as if it knows it belongs to your future. This is the beauty of heaven's language, it speaks directly to your soul. My child, my beloved, God says you must hear this clearly: nothing you lost will compare to what is being written for you now. You thought certain seasons took too much from you. You thought certain people broke something in you that could never be restored. But heaven reveals that the restoration being prepared for your life will exceed every loss in ways you cannot imagine. My child, my beloved, every unanswered prayer, every silent night, every moment you wondered whether the heavens heard you, they were not ignored. They were gathered, treasured, and written into the foundation of this divine invitation. Nothing you prayed was wasted. Nothing you endured was overlooked. Heaven is rewarding the perseverance you didn't even know God saw. My child, my beloved, I see the name becoming clearer. The letters shimmer with purpose. They rise from the scroll with a dignity that shows this is not a random message. It is a heavenly assignment, a sacred pairing, a connection crafted with intentionality. Someone whose soul complements yours, whose presence aligns with your calling, whose spirit resonates with your destiny. My child, my beloved, before heaven reveals more, God urges you to understand this: you must not return to old cycles once this truth is given to you. Old pain cannot coexist with new blessings. Old doubts cannot walk beside new miracles. Old fears cannot hold the hand of your divine future. This message comes to release you, not to anchor you to the past. My child, my beloved, the spiritual realm is glowing now, touched by the radiance of God's will. I sense the shifting of timelines, the rearranging of possibilities, the unfolding of paths that once seemed closed forever. Everything around your life is being repositioned to match heaven's intention for you. This is why the urgency grows stronger the moment you receive this revelation. Destiny begins its movement. My child, my beloved, listen to this sacred truth. God never writes your name beside someone else's unless their presence is meant to elevate you, not diminish you. The name inside this scroll belongs to a soul chosen to bring peace, not chaos, growth, not confusion, alignment, not distraction. Heaven is introducing someone whose destiny intertwines with yours in a way that honors God's design for both of you. My child, my beloved, your soul can feel this because divine connections create spiritual resonance long before they form in the physical world. That subtle stirring in your heart, that gentle awareness rising from within you, is the echo of what heaven already knows. Your alignment is near. My child, my beloved, I want you to take another breath. Let the divine atmosphere settle inside you. Let hope rise without hesitation. Let the light soothe the places where life once dimmed your faith. You are safe in this revelation. Heaven is guiding your every step. My child, my beloved, the scroll glows a final time, indicating that the name is ready to be revealed soon. The heavenly energy intensifies, forming a radiant halo around the writing. Even the silence in this moment feels sacred, filled with anticipation, filled with promise, filled with purpose. My child, my beloved, your destiny is inches away from being spoken into your awareness. The moment you hear it, the threads of your future will begin weaving themselves into a form you have never seen before. You are standing on holy ground. My child, my beloved, stay anchored in this moment as the veil between your spirit and heaven grows thinner. The light surrounding the scroll is no longer gentle. It has become a steady stream of divine radiance, touching every hidden corner of your soul. What once felt distant is now within reach, and the truth that has been waiting in silence is preparing to step fully into your awareness. My child, my beloved, I sense your soul adjusting to the depth of this revelation. Your spirit knows that something irreversible is unfolding. You feel the quiet trembling inside you, not out of fear, but recognition. Heaven is speaking your language now, not the language of the mind, but the language of destiny, purpose, and divine alignment. My child, my beloved, the angels remain motionless, their wings shimmering with sacred anticipation. They understand the magnitude of this moment. They understand that what is about to enter your life carries significance beyond earthly understanding. They understand that this truth will not only comfort your heart but transform your path entirely. My child, my beloved, God asks you to breathe slowly. Let your breath match the rhythm of the divine presence that surrounds you. Every inhale draws in clarity. Every exhale releases old heaviness. You are being prepared to receive something only meant for you. Nothing about this moment is general. Nothing is borrowed. Nothing is recycled. This revelation carries your spiritual fingerprint, my child, my beloved. The scroll opens further, releasing a rippling wave of heavenly warmth that moves directly toward your heart. This warmth is intentional. It softens your spirit. It expands your capacity to receive truth. It dissolves lingering doubts that try to cling to your memory. Heaven is making space inside you for what is approaching. My child, my beloved, hear this deeply. When God writes a destiny connection, it is always protected. No attack, no jealousy, no misunderstanding, no betrayal can erase what has been sealed under divine authority. What you are about to receive has been guarded fiercely because not everyone was meant to walk within the sacred chambers of your destiny. My child, my beloved, the name inside this scroll has a frequency, a spiritual resonance. It carries healing. It carries alignment. It carries purpose. It carries the echo of a path that intertwines with your own in ways that elevate your future rather than cloud it. This is why your spirit feels drawn forward. You are stepping toward truth, not away from it. My child, my beloved, Heaven wants you to understand that you did not arrive here by wandering. You were guided. You were directed. You were placed here because the clock of destiny has reached the moment where concealment must end and revelation must begin. You have walked long enough with questions. Now heaven brings answers. My child, my beloved, the writing on the scroll intensifies, glowing with a brilliance that feels almost alive. I can feel the divine energy spreading outward, touching the edges of your future, rearranging the pieces that once felt scattered. This is the sign that heaven is aligning your steps with precision. My child, my beloved, before the revelation deepens, God asks me to remind you of this truth: nothing that was meant for you has passed you. Nothing that belongs to your soul has been lost. Divine timing may have felt slow, but it was perfect. Every delay was protection. Every pause was preparation. Every detour was necessary. Today those reasons begin to make sense. My child, my beloved, the scroll rises slightly from my hands, suspended by divine light. The name within is nearly visible now, shimmering like a soft flame. It calls to your spirit. It calls to the deepest places of your heart, awakening a knowing that has been quiet for too long. My child, my beloved, I must speak to the part of you that once doubted whether God cared about the desires of your heart. You questioned whether love, purpose, connection, meaning, all of it was meant for others but excluded you. Heaven now answers that question by placing this sacred invitation before you. You were never forgotten, my child, my beloved. The spiritual realm grows brighter as though the entire heaven leans closer to witness what is coming next. The air thickens with expectation. Everything becomes still. Even time seems to pause, waiting for the unfolding of your destiny's next page. My child, my beloved, I see the name forming completely now. It floats like golden breath above the scroll, its letters glowing with spiritual life. Your heart feels the pull. Your soul feels the recognition. You may not know how or why, but you feel that this revelation belongs to you. It is yours, and heaven confirms it. My child, my beloved, prepare your spirit. The next release will carry you deeper than anything you've received so far. The truth is ready to step forward. Heaven is ready to unveil more, and your destiny is ready to rise. My child, my beloved, stay centered as the divine current deepens around your spirit. The light that flows from the scroll is no longer confined to the space before you. It stretches outward, forming a soft halo of radiance that surrounds your entire being. This is the sign that heaven is amplifying the message, preparing your heart for an unveiling that will alter the very rhythm of your journey. My child, my beloved, your soul is opening like a flower touched by dawn. I can feel the petals of your inner world unfolding gently, making room for truths that were too powerful to enter you in earlier seasons. This expansion is not imagined, it is a spiritual reaction to the presence of divine revelation. Heaven is aligning your interior world with what is about to be released into your destiny. My child, my beloved, the angels still stand in reverent silence, yet their energy has shifted. I sense a rising anticipation flowing through them. Not anxious but deeply sacred. They are witnessing the moment you step into a chapter heaven has been crafting for you with delicate precision. They understand the significance of this unveiling, for they have watched the journey you walk to reach it. My child, my beloved, God asks that you soften your spirit even more now. Release any tension hiding within your thoughts. Let your heart settle into the light that surrounds you. What comes next requires openness, not resistance. Trust, not hesitation. Heaven has wrapped you in divine protection for this very purpose so truth can enter without disruption. My child, my beloved, the scroll opens further, expanding its radiance until the glow touches the very edges of your destiny. I feel waves of heavenly warmth pouring outward, washing over your past, your present, and your future all at once. This warmth comes not only to comfort you but to realign the pieces of your journey that were scattered by hardship. Nothing heaven releases is accidental. My child, my beloved, God wants you to understand this certainty. The name within this scroll is tied to the next stage of your calling. This connection is not merely emotional, it is spiritual. It is purposeful. It is sacred. It comes with the weight of heaven's approval and the blessing of the divine timeline. You are not being given something fragile, you are being given something chosen. My child, my beloved, the letters of the name begin to move softly as though breathing. The glow around them intensifies, revealing the strength of the connection bound to your path. I can feel your spirit leaning forward, drawn by an ancient resonance, not of the mind, but of the soul. Souls recognize what heaven has written long before eyes see it. My child, my beloved, the reason you were summoned with urgency is becoming clear. Heaven did not want another moment to pass without this truth reaching you. There is a shift taking place around your life, a shift that requires you to know what is being prepared for you. This truth is meant to guide your choices, align your steps, and protect your heart from paths that were not meant for you. My child, my beloved, hear this gently. This connection is not like the ones you have known before. It is not born from confusion. It is not born from fear. It is not born from wounded longing. It is born from divine intention. It is formed from spiritual compatibility. It is created from the blueprint of your soul's design. Heaven does not craft such bonds lightly. My child, my beloved, God shows me the path of your future illuminated by the presence of this connection. I see clarity where there once was fog. I see peace where there once was heaviness. I see divine partnership where there once was loneliness. This is why heaven insists that you listen closely so you do not mistake a divine connection for anything ordinary. My child, my beloved, the scroll begins to rotate slowly, revealing the writing from a new angle. Every stroke of the name glows with purpose. Every curve glistens with destiny. Every letter speaks silently to your spirit in ways your mind will understand later. Heaven communicates first to the soul, and then the understanding follows. My child, my beloved, God wants you to know the depth of His intention. This name was not chosen for emotional comfort, it was chosen for spiritual elevation. You are stepping into a chapter that demands alignment, strength, and purpose. The one tied to this name carries energy that complements your calling, not competes with it. My child, my beloved, I sense the intensity of your anticipation. Your spirit is pressed against the edge of revelation, unable to turn away, unable to deny the pull. This is the sign of divine truth approaching. When heaven reveals something that belongs to your destiny, your soul responds before you even understand why.